Hello, welcome back to the Alec Steele Show. Today is episode 23. Welcome to December. It's fantastic to have you here in the workshop again in a slightly different setting. But welcome. On today's episode, what we're going to be doing. Now, if you watched my one of my previous vlogs, you'll be aware that I've started the 60-second club inspired by Gary Vaynerchuk. And what's going to happen is I'm going to be giving you guys Christmas gifts. And the way that you get and become eligible to win a Christmas gift from me is by going and turning on notifications on your computer or on your phone to my channel. And then as soon as I upload a video, I want you to run over to it, hit like, and leave a comment. And if you do that in the first minute of it being live, you're going to be eligible to win some free stuff. Isn't that fantastic? I think it's a really great thing. You should definitely turn on the notifications, and yeah, it should be a good little race. Very exciting thing when the videos do go live to see if you have the chance to win. The prizes aren't going to be, the winners aren't going to be picked at random. Pardon me. I'm going to pick them based on what I think is the most interesting comments left in that 1 minute. And so for the yesterday's video that went live, I've actually selected Frank Barbie, and I've replied to his comment. I'm going to make him a bottle opener. I've got a piece of steel in the fire. I have a piece of 12mm square bar in the fire. We're about to make a bottle opener out of that. And then I was just looking as the comments came through as we went live on today's show. I'm going to give Riley's Garage something. So we'll make that after we make this bottle opener. Sam's here in the workshop. He's manning the computer. Say hey, Sam. Hello. He's saying hello. And it's fantastic to have you here. Okay, I'm going to start. Working on the big anvil here, which I'm actually not massively fond of, because it's just kind of too enormous. But it's certainly a beautiful anvil aesthetically. You know, it's just a little too wide for my preference. I like working on a slightly narrower anvil. So what I'm doing is I'm just working on two sides here. I want to get a little bit of a swooping square taper, and then I think I want to round it off. Come over to the horn. Now you'll notice I usually don't work on this side of the anvil. There are several reasons for why I really don't usually like working on this side of the anvil. But on an anvil this size, it doesn't really matter too much, because the rest of the anvil's in the way no matter what you do. I like approaching the anvil kind of sideways, this way. When I'm forging, I like approaching the anvil. If you go ahead and switch to the wide view. Is it not coming? Is it stalling on us again? Is that a car alarm? Just a second, guys. Hearing weird noises outside. Alright, it's all good. It's just a neighbor. Out here in the deep dark depths of Norwich. It's just a neighbor. So it's a little cold, but plenty enough heat in there to round it off. Create a little rough round. Oh, does it?
How heavy is the anvil?
How heavy is this anvil? Whoa! Well, I've never actually weighed it, but according to the numbers that are on the side, which I can't remember what they are, I'd have to have a look at it, it should be in the region of 670 pounds. Which is enormous. You'd actually think it would be pretty difficult to move an anvil that was 670 pounds. The great thing is, this thing is 4 feet wide. It's enormous. Which means you have 4 feet of leverage. You can actually scoot this thing around really, really easily with all that leverage on there. Certainly a lot easier than you could on any large anvil. It helps that the base is pretty narrow for the width of the anvil. But where are the numbers? Let me see if I can give them a read. They're on this side, I can't ever remember. Oh. 602. 602. Or is that 6 something else? So it might not, no, that can't be 670 pounds. That's probably 602 pounds. Wait, or 100 weight is 112 pounds. Yeah, I'm not going to do any maths because I'm just going to embarrass myself. But it's probably up there. Ooh, which side of my hammer do I use most, the round or the flat? It depends so much. It's a very versatile hammer, the rounding hammer. So I'll use, I'll definitely use a mixture of both. The general rule of thumb goes as follows: if you want to move a lot of material, you go with your round die. Which way am I going to do that? I think I'm going to do it this way. If you want to planish material, you go with your flat die. And that's a rule of thumb that generally works out pretty well, for most of the time that you're using your rounding hammer. On this, it's such a small section. The reason that I'm switching to the round there, back and forth, is just purely so I have that contour to work with as I bow that out. So now I'm going to see if I can straighten it off, holding it between my legs. I'm going to take a fuller right on that outside edge, and just plop that in there. Oop. There we go. Flip her over. Plop that in there. And give it some tippy taps as I run all the way down this thing. These low temperatures are very nice for laying out material. We've got all the time in the world to play with the material and get our fuller where we need it, unlike at a hot temperature. This does mean also wonderfully that now I have our imprint in there. So when I go back in the fire and I heat it up and it's yellow, it's just super easy to find where I've got to go and make the most of the heat. I always like talking about, the value of temperature to us as a blacksmith, and how it is that there is a greater value in the higher temperatures, a lesser value in the lower temperatures due to the scarcity of the high temperatures and the necessity for them for us to move material. So we always, if we want to maintain the greatest efficiency, want to do the most work at the time in the forging that's most costly, that requires the most value in the sense of the heat. It's a fun way of looking at it, and hey, throws in a little super basic economics in with some blacksmithing, I guess, which is always a good thing. Always a good thing. I'm going to go ahead and have a read of some comments. How are we all doing? Fantastic, fantastic. Will I ever make a sword? I actually would love to make a sword one day. It's funny, actually, the transition between me thinking bladesmithing was not cool and stuff like that. Certainly when I started, I started doing this stuff at a very young age, so being naive and idiotic is something that is perfectly natural. But still, I didn't think blade making was very cool. I was more into the blacksmithing side of things. And I told myself, I'd never make a sword, I'd probably never make any knives. Well, as I see the success, firstly, that doing these things on YouTube is, the results of doing these things on YouTube, how that's helping the channel, that's inspiring me to want to make more blades. But also, as it's the Dunning-Kruger effect. The more you know, the more you know how little you know. And so, as I went into making knives, I realized just how much there is for me to learn, how far of a journey there is ahead of me, and that's really kind of inspired me to really take on as many new things as possible in that particular field, and keep learning, keep practicing, and keep making mistakes, and hopefully use those mistakes and the benefit of hindsight to make less mistakes in the future. I think that's pretty much the way that most of us do most things anyway. So yeah, no, I'd love to make a sword in the future. I think that'd be a fantastic little experiment. Ooh. You notice I take my tool out of my mark every blow? Oh man, I stress this so much. Whenever you're doing any punch work like that. Sam, is it alright if we get that camera a little closer in and a little higher up? That way they can kind of look down on this punch work. But yeah, I really like to stress getting a tool out of your hole with each blow. Golly. Terrible. We had some guys here for a class a couple of weeks ago, and of course in blacksmithing there are many terms that could potentially be construed as an innuendo of sorts. There are a lot of terms like that, and of course, you know, you get used to it. You just talk as normal. You're saying all sorts of things that could be construed so differently by a layman that's not familiar with driving adrift in the hole and spreading the cheese. And that was very funny because, you know, all the guys here caught on to it. And there was kind of a moment in the second day of class where everybody just started bursting out laughing at what I was saying. And I'm just saying it because, you know, got to do the class, and that's what you've got to say when you want to do the class. You want to impart the knowledge, and it does sound ridiculous, but no, blacksmithing seems to be completely full of innuendos. It's quite hilarious. Sam, do you want to show off the knife that you made? Sam made his first ever knife. Come on, take the stage. Sam made his first ever knife today. Well, I guess he finished it today. I was running the mill most of the time. There you go. You can speak into. I'll give you some mic space. I'll hold that up for you. Go for it. Speak.
Yeah, so made my first knife, finished off today. A few aiming issues with the drill to get the pins in, but it's come out lovely.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll. Ooh, ow! That was my knee. Have you caught the knife-making bug, Sam? That's the most important question.
Knife-making bug.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that I found when I first made a knife. It's like, okay, this is fun. Yeah. And then you want to make a bigger knife, right? You want to make a knife that you can really hurt something even more badly with.
All kind of zombie knife.
Well, actually, you're not allowed to do that here in England. That's illegal, Sam. Did you know that? The zombie knives are illegal in this country. Now, talk about absurd laws. A knife advertised as a zombie knife is illegal. Illegal. A zombie knife. Okay, let me clip this back on.
The undead.
Oh, that'll be absolutely fine. They'll appreciate that.
The undead, yeah. Anyone who's alive.
No, you said that wrong. Not anybody who's alive. I'm sorry, guys. Apologies for the ruffling. Trying to get that right. Okay. So I'm going to throw some more details in this piece. I'm probably going to take a bob punch. I'm going to take a brush. Oakley dokley. And I'm going to throw the bob punch right in here at the end. I think that's going to look pretty. Now, when you're going on to the planishing, then it's not such a terrible idea to run it down because you have a deep groove in there, you're not going to fall out. That's a different story when you're doing that planishing. And you notice how running the fuller along that edge there, it's stretching the material. Let's see if we get a little more exposure. It's stretching the material along that length. It's stretching material along this side right there. That makes it curve nicely. Certainly more than it was curved before. And I think that's quite an aesthetic form right there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten this off a little bit, give it a cut on the hot cut hardy, and flip it around and make a bottle opener on the other side. I think that's going to be great. So that's going to go back in the forge. And speaking of forges, right, so a lot of you guys have been asking, oh, did I just drop the, I think I did. A lot of you guys have been asking about the burners. Here is a burner. These are the burners that I was exposed to when I was in Australia. And these are supplied by Gamaco in Australia, artisansupplies.au. Wonderful guys, wonderful company. And they got me hooked on this burner, and it is quite lovely. It has a beautiful adjustment knob on the top, right? Which is fantastic. You've seen it in the videos for adjusting your choke, and it's great. It really is a fantastic burner. I like it. It's wide orifice. It does mean it's a little bit quieter, and you get a larger flame. And yeah, you control your burn to the full with that choke, and it's the easiest choke I've ever seen. I've never seen a choke as easy as that. There are two sizes. There's going to be a small burner, and then there's this larger burner. And in terms of, to give you a perspective of how efficient and hot these burners are, Sledgehammer class did, was it last weekend? Last weekend, right? Sledgehammer class, 4 sledge billets in there. 12, 36. That's 46 pounds of steel in my forge, running off 2 burners at 30 psi, something like that. Now, psi is somewhat irrelevant, but just to give you a perspective, you know, some of you are interested in that. About 30 psi, 2 burners, we melted steel. That's hot. These are hot, hot, hot burners. 46 pounds of steel in that forge with 2 burners up to a white temperature. Like, that's unbelievable. Now, admittedly, it would be very handy if right about now I had a link through which you could go and purchase one. Every single day, you guys are getting in touch and saying, hey, I want a damn burner, Alec. When are you going to be selling me a damn burner? And I say, I'm so busy. You know, I make myself busy. These burners, I got the last few pieces coming in probably Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday or Wednesday. And so you'll be able to place some orders mid to late next week, and I'll get them to leave the workshop before Christmas. So you'll probably have them late in December or into the early new year, which will be very exciting. Just shift left a bit. Sorry? Oh, thanks, Sam. Appreciate it. Oh, to the right, to the left. Price point. Sorry? Price point. Roughly about 100 quid or so, plus or minus a little bit. We'll see. They'll ship worldwide. It's a kit, right? It's not, the way it gets sold is not a burner, it is a burner kit. You're going to be making this burner, and as a result of this, you're going to have to abide by whatever local laws and regulations there are about gas appliances in your area. And you know, let a trained professional assemble your burner, etc., etc. Because naturally, you know, that's creating a gas appliance, and you want to stay as safe as can be. So it's going to be sold as a kit. These are the parts to make a burner, and then basically, once you put some PTFE tape on it and screw it together, you got yourself a burner. I mean, once your trained professional puts some PTFE tape on it and screws it together, you got a burner. There's going to be a little hose barb here at the end. So this basically means that, you know, in any country, you know, if you switch to number 2, in any country, naturally this is not all screwed together, but in any country you go to, easy peasy, you just take your propane hose, you take your propane hose, you give it a cut, you throw it on there, you take the O-ring, and you give it a, it's not an O-ring, what am I talking about, the ring, the clip. You take your clip, you give it a little lickety split, give it a little old tighten up, make sure it's all safe, give it the old soap wash, make sure there are no bubbles, and then you will have made yourself a burner. Super easy. So I'm now, So I'm now going to go a little deeper here. Now you see how amazingly important it is to not waste time at the high heats. I really just missed out right then on getting some good forging time in because I missed with the camera. That's why it's so essential that we prepare for our heats very, very well, so that doesn't happen. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run to this camera.
There won't be a huge difference in price between the large and small.
Not a massive distance price, no. Hang on a second. Sorry guys, this camera I really don't use that often. I'm very familiar with the others. I've forgotten how I... Pardon me. Oh no! Okay, almost there. Huh. I've completely forgotten how to use my camera. Ah, I found it. Good lord. Okie dokie, sorry about that folks. Just fixing camera number 2. And now we can go back to it. So I'm going to go ahead and punch this hole here. Bring it down to the bottom. Give it the old Scottish flip. You know, I need to stop saying that. I need to stop it. Scottish flip. Oh, give it one more, bottom it out. Flip it over, find my bullseye. Right about there. Now, I'm going to give it the old, how about we go for the old Polish drive. Then give it a 1, 2, 3. And you see that we got our plug right there. Now it's hanging on by a tiny little bit. The temptation that I'm so bad at that. The temptation you're going to have at this stage is like, oh no, it's stuck. It's not getting out. Then you try and take your punch and you go in from the other side. And what happens is then it swells out and it gets stuck. Here's the first thing you want to do whenever you got a plug that looks like it's stuck in there, is you take a drift, something with an end that's smaller than your punch, and look at that. You just poke it in there. Hardly any effort. 80% of the time it just falls out. It just needed a little bit of persuasion. After your little bit of persuasion, you have a very nicely clean slot punched hole. I'm going to go ahead and throw that little plug down the hardy hole, and then throw that back in the fire and take another heat. Now I'm going to be drifting this open, and the slot that I just put in there, ooh, it's roughly 3/4 of an inch wide or so, 3/4 of an inch, and I'll go ahead and show them the punch. How about that? 3/4 of an inch wide. It's got this little slight grind on there, about a 90-degree angle, and then radiused edges there. And this obviously is a Brown Brazil inspired punch. This is what I mean. I don't know whether he invented it. You know, that's to be worked out. You know, he doesn't know, I don't know. But I certainly know that's where I picked it up from, and that's the only person I've seen it from. That slight little grind on there makes it very easy to lay out your hole when you're punching. And I'd really recommend doing that. It's just a 90-degree, you know, something like that. It's very, very obtuse angle. You don't want it to be going too deep, and you use it on the thinner material as opposed to your V-tipped punch that you guys have seen me use when I'm making my hammers. And no, it works wonderfully on the thin material for punching a hole and laying out your hole right perfectly in the middle. Now, I need to find there we go, drifting plate. This isn't made for this anvil, so there's going to be a lot of slop, and it's going to be somewhat loud as I drive my drift through here, but that'll certainly work quite fine. Make sure I've got the right hole. A little swell in the drift, but that'll force through. There's a lot that you can do with enough pressure and a hammer. I'm just going to come in and say hello in the YouTube comments, see what you guys are saying there. So a little while ago, I did a video and I mentioned that I had bought some barrier cream. Yeah, no, I'll go ahead and grab it. Some barrier cream so that you put it on in the morning and it supposedly creates some sort of layer on your hands that you can then wash off with soap and water. Wash off, and then it means that the dirt has just got on top of the layer and not ingrained into your skin. I never noticed any difference. I never saw whether it made it easier or not for me to clean my hands. And to be honest, why would you even care? Look, if you're going to be a blacksmith, you might as well go full hog. Might as well go full hog with it. You know, you're gonna get dirty. You're gonna be dirty all the time. I don't know the last time that I didn't have about a pound of dirt caked into the skin on my body. It's just what happens. Deal with it. You know, I don't even know why I bothered with the barrier cream. I don't particularly have a problem having dirty hands all the time. So it's all good. Oh, thank you, Sam, I appreciate that. So I go in the small side of the hole, and if there's enough heat, I'll go ahead and put that drift in there. You see how it's black? If I had any more swell of the drift to go through, I'd want to stop drifting and flip it over at this stage. Since it's just the normal material right there, that's fine. Just go ahead and pop that open. Now I'm going to give it another heat and cut it off. First I'm going to give it a little bit of a wire brush. Get some of that crud off there. Man, this is going to be a beautiful little bottle opener. Frank Barbie is going to be a very lucky man once he receives that. What am I going now? I'm actually going to be running over here to the Hotcat Hardy next heat. Just to go ahead and cuff it real fast. Oakley dokely. What am I after? That goes over there. Remember guys, top tip, because I almost made this mistake just right now as I got distracted. Your drifts get hot. Don't pick them up with your hands. Don't let somebody else pick them up for you. Take a pair of tongs, pick them up with the tongs, set them to one side where you know it's going to be. Now guys, if you aren't familiar with what the 60-second club is, I'm going to make you aware if you just joined the show. Thank you very much for being here, by the way, if you just joined. On today's episode, I'm making gifts for people for Christmas who are part of the 60-second club. That means that you're... expensive mistakes. That's my phone. Ooh, ow. Let's go ahead and throw that back up there and see if I can't do that again.
Just Bob.
Frank Bob. Sorry about that. Well, you know, Barbie makes you sound a little more... I don't know. A little more flamboyant. Now, if you want to be a part of the 60-second club, what you've got to do is you've got to head over to my channel and turn on notifications. There'll be a little bell. If you're on the phone, you hit the channel, there's a little bell next to the subscribed button, and you hit that. That means that you get notifications whenever I upload a video. And to be eligible to win a gift, you need to hit like and comment in 60 seconds of the video going live. And then I'm going to start giving stuff away. So that's what I'm doing on this episode right now. I'm making gifts for people. I am making gifts for people. So I'm not going to run over the Hotcat. Can I do it the other way around? Well, I certainly can do it the other way around. Thank you, Sam. The nerve. I had to walk a whole foot for that, you know, Sam.
There's obviously only one person per video. People seem to think that it's everyone within the 60 seconds.
No, sorry about that. I got a lot of stuff to do. It's not everybody in the 60 seconds. I will select who it is based on who leaves an interesting comment. Oh, damn, if that was not the ugliest cut I have made in the past 3 years, I don't know what was. But that's okay. It's going to be perfectly serviceable. Good, and grab that in a pair of tongs. You know, give them a little wiggle, make sure that that it's all tight. And I'm going to see if I got a better pair of tongs for that. A pair of tongs are a little more suitable. See if I can grip this. Right there. There we go. Nice and tight. You know, you always want to get a nice safe grip with your tongs. And then take your hot piece of steel and set it somewhere safe and reasonable. Oh, and I just missed with that. So what's going on in the YouTube comments? Any interesting discussions? Great. What anvils are they talking about? 200! Wow. That's what you get. When 200 people watch my videos, I'll do my little blacksmith shuffle.
What are you planning on doing with the Union Jack Damascus?
What am I planning on doing with the Union Jack Damascus? What a fantastic question. Well, what am I planning on doing, or what have I already done? Sam, let's go ahead and go to number 2. Here is what I have already done with the Union Flag Damascus. Union Jack Flag Damascus, pardon me. This is a meat cleaver. What better way of showing off a flag than in a meat cleaver? Now, the flag is not the whole thing. The flag goes right up to the bolster. Now, at the bolster, if you head over to my Instagram page, you're going to see what I did. It was pretty sick. This video is probably going to come out tomorrow. Ooh, I don't know when I'm going to be able to edit it. I don't know when it's going to come out tomorrow, but it'll try and come out tomorrow. And what I did here is... Oh. Man. Expensive mistakes. So what I did, right there, boom. There we go. Right there is I took my Union Jack. Where is it? There we go. Union Jack pattern. It's actually facing that way. Okay, I'm not even going to try. Union Jack pattern, and I took some stripy pattern. Ironically enough, it was actually the stripy pattern from the USA flag billet I made. There are no stars in it, just stripes. And so what happens is those stripes run across from here. They're slotted in, and they run across the tang, and they make up the bolster and the tang. I think this is going to be a beautiful piece when I'm done. It's got the Union Jack all over the face of it, and what better knife to present that incredible pattern than a meat cleaver. This is going to be an incredible project, and I'm looking forward to publishing the video of me forging it tomorrow, hopefully, and then in the next few days as I finish this up. Oh wow, this is going to be exciting once I finish this. I'm going to be sorry?
Someone just commented, Canadian flag would be easy, Japan would be very easy.
We actually had a thought about the Japan flag, and I don't think it would be that easy.
Definitely the Canadian flag.
Oh, Canadian flag, you do it in about 10 minutes, surely. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. Canadian flag, truly. It would take me a long time to work out whether the Canadian flag was possible in Damascus. Now, I think it's all possible. It's just a question of how much work you want to put into it and how much money you want to spend getting that pattern just for the sake of a video and just for the sake of some damn Canucks. You damn Canucks. Well, guys, it's very good to have you here on the show. I'm very pleased that you're here. Remember to join the 60-second club by heading over to the channel right now and turning on notifications. When I upload my next video, you're going to want to go ahead and leave a like and a comment in the first 60 seconds to be eligible to win some prizes. And I'm making some prizes right now. I'm making a bottle opener for Bob, who commented on yesterday's video. You see these tongs, how that could get dangerous very quickly. Tongs did not have a secure grip. Whoa, see? And dropped it. Never a good thing. Bear that in mind. Keep a secure grip on your tongs. So I'm going to throw that back in the fire there. And then while that's in the fire, I'm going to have a think about the next thing that I can make. I'm kind of feeling bottle openery. Kind of feeling bottle openery today, so that might be what I'm going to do is another one. I am indeed coming over to visit you damn Canucks soon. Very, very, very soon indeed. We are looking right about now. I'm going to be publishing the final details about the Canada trip very soon. I always just seem to make myself more and more busy. So getting to these things takes a little more time. But what we're looking at for the Canada trip is we're looking at mid-February. So 2 seminars. One being the 11th to the 14th of February, and another one being the 16th to the 19th of February. It's going to be very exciting. St. Catharines, Ontario. Right in St. Catharines. Super easy access. You can fly to Buffalo, and it's cheap as can be. I've looked up all the flight prices. You guys have no excuse. Even, from Texas, Seattle, Florida, JFK, it's all cheap as can be to get to Buffalo, New York. From there, it's just a simple bus ride up to St. Catharines. It should take, 45 minutes, an hour to get there. Bus ticket costs like 15 bucks. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Or if you want to drive, that's pretty simple. You just point your truck north and keep going until you're into the ice caps of Canada, just across the US border in St. Catharines, Ontario. So it's going to be pretty fun. And I'd love to see you there. I really, really would. I'm very excited to be doing this, and I can't wait to see you there. We're going to be doing the evolution of tool making, of course. It's going to be a massive amount of fun. Massive, massive, massive amount of fun. So you're going to start saving your pennies. Start booking your time off work. This is going to be worth it. It's going to be, yeah, it's going to be amazing. It's a very intense course, as you've seen when you watch the videos. You know what happens. You're swinging the sledge the whole way through, doing a lot of hammer swinging. It's a lot of work. By God, I assure you, it's rewarding. And it's nice when you're very confident in your product. Well, here's the thing. I'm extraordinarily confident in the product that is the evolution of tool making and that curriculum. Very, very confident in it. You know? How much is it going to cost? Now, to be confirmed, but in the region of $890, which I think is fantastically inexpensive for what you get. Come on. That's going to be a huge amount of fun. 4 days. It's in Catharines, Ontario. Oh, it's going to be good. And I get to come to you, you know, easier. You don't have to come to Norwich.
$1,100. I'll come as well.
But yeah, if you want to pay $1,100, we'll get Sam over there too. How about that? And then I'll take 150. Hang on, no, don't stop the stream. No, Sam, don't stop the stream, please. No, I'm joking. Look, I'll only take like 145 of the...
I just wanted a plane ticket, I didn't want to pay.
We're joking. It's all good. He did threaten me though. He's got a knife.
US or Canadian dollars?
US. $890 US, 1,200 Canadian. Roughly. But 1,200 is what we're shooting for to you know, make it economically viable, to tool up Paul's shop, Toronto Blacksmith. Sorry? Paul. I'm sorry. Paul is a dear friend of mine, but anytime I try and pronounce his last name, he tells me I'm doing it wrong. So I don't do that anymore. But Paul of Toronto Blacksmith is all I'm going to say. You can try pronouncing his name at your own will. I wish you the best of luck. However, in my experience, it is impossible. I'm going to go ahead and throw a bob punch in it. Ooh. 3/4 on, 1/4 off with your bob punch. Try and stop it falling around all over the place. Go one more. There we go. Exciting stuff. So the great thing about this show is I'm making Christmas gifts for people. And hopefully this is going to give you too a little idea of some of the Christmas gifts that you can be making. For other people too. A little idea perhaps of how you might make them. I think I'm alright. I've probably got a rag over there. Now I have don't worry about it, Sam. I'm actually going to look for a softwood block, which I have in the next room. Sorry? No, I'm looking for the block to use as an anvil to hit upon. I found it. Basically, I'm just going to take a pine block. You know, because I got these fuller lines in here, right? I don't want to mess them up, dinging it on the anvil. So I can take a pine block and throw it in there. Drop forged bottle opener. So this is for Frank Barb. I'm going to throw another piece of steel in the fire. And we're going to see if we can come up with something interesting for the next one. Sorry about that. That was probably horrible on the old microphone there.
So, what value would you put on the tools that people walk away with?
What value would I put on the tools that people walk away with? Well, I need a calculator.
Roughly.
Roughly, I haven't a clue. I need a calculator. Okay, put it this way. Rounding hammer, what's that? $220. Cupping tool, $50. Fuller, $50. Top fuller, $80. Hammer eye punch, $80. I'm talking US. Drift, $80. Flatter, $80. Hammer eye tongs, $80. It sounds pretty close to the cost of the course in terms of the value of tools made. But like, that's irrelevant. This course is much, much more than the tools you walk away with. Yes, you walk away with all the tools. Damn it, this seminar. It's called a seminar. For reasons that you can ask me about once I'm there. Damn it. I've got to find a way of editing that out. this seminar that you delegates will be participating in. Sam, we're on the, actually, that's actually a pretty good view. Oh, nope, not so good of a view. Give you a little bit of a money shot of the, nope. Come on now, Alec. Is that, oh, nope, show you the damn bottle now.
We need to test it works.
Well, are you going to be safe to drive back home, Sam, if you have another beer? I think he just wants another beer. Another beer? Yes, Sam, another one. You damn alcoholic. That's a joke. Sam's not an alcoholic. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. I'm going to zoom in on this. So here's that little bottle opener. I think that's a fun little design. Whoa, 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 whoa. I think that's a fun little design right there. I'm very pleased with it. And I enjoyed making them at that design. I made a few like that before. And I always think they look rather nice and aesthetically pleasing. Yeah, sorry, I got distracted. This is not just about the tools that you walk away with. Though it's fantastic to walk away with all the tools to make a hammer, and it's an incredibly facilitating craft. It facilitates you through having all these tools. But oh man, this seminar is a seminar where you're, oh man, it's fantastic. It's a seminar about principles of forging.
Oh, hang on, touch mark.
Good Lord! How could I? How could my vanity have left me? With so many cameras pointed at me, I didn't even think of a touch mark. Now that is absurd. I don't know what's going on, guys. I think I need to see a doctor. Didn't even remember to put a damn touch mark in it. Sorry about that, Frank. It's got the touch mark in it now. I've got to give it another pop over the wooden block. The next piece of steel is going to be hot. I'll finish it. I'll finish this thing with some linseed oil after the show. Be sure to Be sure to Facebook message me your details, Frank. And Riley, I'm about to make you something. Be sure to Facebook message me your details too. So this is going to go in my thong rack, and I've got to think of an interesting design right about now. How is this going to go? Well, yeah. So I'm going to get rid of this. Throw a little taper down there. Wow, now I need to cut that little end off from my rough cut a little earlier. Oh, bad cut. Yeah, I really don't like these big anvils. If you go to that wide view, you'll see how much I'm leaning over to reach that far edge. I don't like that. I want to be able to be standing in line with my edge. Like this, you have to crip your back over the anvil. That's no good. That's already, like, you know, I've got to lean that whole way. You're putting a lot of stress on your lumbar spine, whereas when you're stood in line with your anvil like this, that really doesn't happen. You're able to bend your knees to get into the anvil instead of having to bend at the lower back. Oh yeah, there's one space left in the January class. You're going to want to sign up fast. Man, it's sad. I've already had messages from some guys that wanted to come for the February class. And yeah, they didn't book in time. They wanted 2 spots to make it worthwhile coming. Didn't book in time, so they couldn't come. That's why I'm telling you, you got to book in time, get your bookings in. I can have a drink of water. Get some water. If you send me an email and I don't reply, keep sending me emails until I do reply, guys. That's the best way. like I said, I was in the workshop till 3:30 this morning. I was back in the workshop at 10:30 or so. What time is it now, Sam? It's 11:30 right now. You know, go figure. I'm busy. If I don't reply to an email, send me another one. I get inundated. But yeah, if you bug me, I'll remember to get back to you. I think I'm just mostly hitting that for the sake of hitting it right about now. So, what are the comments that are coming through here? See you on the next one, Loca Cabra. I would, yeah, I'd love to come do a seminar in the US. Really would. Remember, guys, getting to Canada, super easy. Super easy. You fly to Buffalo, you take a bus. Couldn't be easier. But I'd love to come do some in the US. Trouble is that visa-wise, much easier for Canada than it is in the US. So that's the reason that Canada works very well. Also, I have the venue all set up at Paul's. You know, that's going to be set up, and that's all good. But I'd love to do it in the US. It just means that, you know, there's that few more steps required to get that rolling and get that working. Is a forging press worth the money? Well, it depends how good your forging press is. If it's a dedicated forging press, they're almost always going to be worth the money. You can always put them to work and make money with them. If it's a really slow press that you're just using to forge with, not worth the money. It also depends how much money you're talking, I guess, you know. But in terms of like the commercially available blacksmith presses, yeah, you know, you can make money with them. You'll put them to work. They'll be a good workhorse on the whole. You'll be able to make money with them. I got a great deal on my press. I tell you, I found it on eBay at £750, which is what is that? Right about $1,000 odd, something like that. I drove down to London, had a look at it. Okay, I like this press. I like it a lot. Looks good. I wasn't able to see it running, sadly, but it looked good. And so I drove back home just as the auction ended. I was able to hang on a second. I gotta just think here for a second. Yeah, we're all good. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I just had to engage my brain for a second there. It's been a long time. Hang on a second. How did I used to make these? Making a little bottle opener that it's been a while since I've made one. Well, shoot. Okay. Well, I'm gonna hold the phone, ladies and gentlemen. How did I used to do this? I guess I just took more material. I took more material. I'm going to straighten that out, uncurl it, and take more material. Hey, you can't always get what you want. You cannot always get what you want. What a fantastic song, and isn't it so true? I was talking about something, I'm quite sure. I got distracted. Forging presses. Yeah, so, man, I'm bad at this. Forging presses. Like $1,000, right? Drove down, had a look at it, bought it. Now that's exclusive of the sales tax. There's another $200 on that. Exclusive of the shipping. I think I paid like $300 for that. So pretty much $1,500. Unbelievable. To get that press. That press is fast, it's a beautiful press. But punching and drifting operations, it is just magnificent. I absolutely love it. Very, very good investment, and very, very good to have in the workshop. Certainly worth the money. So, yeah, it also depends how you're putting it to use. If you're using your press to squish aluminium cans and send them to the scrapper, less economically viable, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and uncurl that. We're going to see if we can fix some mistakes right about now. So I'm going to send this over the edge of my anvil. See if I can straighten it. Straighten. And then what am I going to do? Probably take another 3/4 of an inch of material. I'm going to start with my flat to be a little less aggressive. Then get in there with the round die. Blend in that taper. Make it a little longer and a little more slender. Then I'm going to planish her off. Planish. So yeah, this seminar, Evolution of Toolmaking, it's a lot more than just leaving the tools. It's about principles of forging. It's about the, it's a relatively, well, in terms of skill level, I mean, it's not a beginner course. Beginners have taken it and done well, if they're practically inclined, in good shape, and read through the, watch the curriculum beforehand, because that's included in the course. In the seminar, damn, keep doing that. That's included in the seminar. You get access to my online course when you sign up, which is great. That's a $299 right there. $299 value right there thrown in. And, it's... I need to get better at speaking. This is terrible. This is appalling. I need to do a better job. Okay, back to square one. It is more than just making your tools. It's about techniques which are really essential to your founding blocks, your building blocks of forging, which mean that, okay, when you're trying to work out how to forge something, hopefully you're able to take these techniques, take the principles of forging that I'll talk about a lot throughout the seminar. Take these principles of forging and you're able to build. Take the principles, you learn a technique. Those principles and the technique then go together to learn one more technique. Those two techniques and then principles, what am I talking about? Those principles, they then go together to take another technique, which then all goes together in this wonderful little box, which you're able to make the next tool with. You then take this tool, you use the tool you made beforehand, you make the third tool. You then use all three tools to make the fourth tool. You use all four tools to make the fifth tool, and it is a wonderful evolution. And this is a fantastic thing, because it very much reflects a little bit of how it is that this world was created. I truly believe that the blacksmith was of paramount importance in shaping the world that we live in today. So were it not for the blacksmith, with his hammer in hand, we wouldn't be able to communicate as we do today. Were it not for the blacksmith knowing how to set rivets on the first steam engine, how would we have ever had the Industrial Revolution, and then further the agricultural revolution and the technological revolution that means that you and I can communicate in this incredible way. I mean, how many people are watching right now, Sam?
My voice is 170, but it's also stuck on.
Wonderful. Now, blacksmithing is such a... It's the backbone to the world we live in historically. And it's exciting, because in this 4-day curriculum, the 4-day... Is it... What? The January class is sold out, ladies and gentlemen. Taking bookings for February. What's after February? March.
Just double check it's February. Whichever one had one left.
It's either February or January. Which one is it? January is sold out, ladies and gentlemen. January is sold out. There is one more space in February, a couple more spaces in March, 4 more spaces in April, and a couple more spaces in May. You better get on there fast. Get on there fast. It's going to be exciting to have you in the workshop next year if you do. Who was that? Was that Daniel?
Yeah.
Daniel, thank you very much. Can't wait to have you here in the workshop. So yeah, in the 4 days of the seminar, you know, you're very much going through a really fast little rundown of how our ancestors created the world we live in. Making the tool to make the tool to take us to the next step. Take us to a more complex form, a more complex shape. You start with something basic. You make it far more complex as you go, and through that process, you're learning new techniques. You're applying the principles. You're getting a good, solid foundation of principles so that as you go into the more complex stuff, not only does it become more complex, but it sounds really basic. Not only is it becoming more complex, but you're also, in fact, getting faster at it. You're becoming more proficient with the process, and that's the wonderful thing. That's the wonderful. Like that's why I love the name of it too. You know, because it's becoming more complex, but it's becoming more refined too as you go through the 4 days.
So this space is left next week?
Next week?
Damascus.
One space left. Next week, Damascus Hammer Course. One space left. I need a little longer heat on that thing. That'd be great. There's one space left. But come on, let's fill it up. Let's get an extra person here. Got a load of steel to make some Damascus out of. Ooh, we'll have the power hammers hot. We'll have the forge blaring, and it's going to be fantastic to have you here. What's up, Sam? Wait, he says see you in February.
I don't know why he says see you in February. He booked in January.
Dan, I think you booked in January. I don't think you booked in February. You can always do both. The noises of smithing are so wonderful. I love it. And this particular anvil makes some beautiful noises across its width and breadth. It's wonderful. It's music to my ears. This is the stuff I live and breathe for. So it's, yeah, no, it's good. I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. Would I do an April class for free for a drunk? Joe, what a fantastic question. No, sorry, running a business. But I know that your comment was satirical. Man, I need to read more books. This is terrible. I need to get better. I need to get better at my English. It's all good. I am actually technically French, so. I have an excuse. Nope, that's not even French. Can't even do a French accent. Terrible. Wowee. Sorry.
Alright, read it.
Je viens d'où? En fait, je viens du Norwich, mais je suis moitié français. Alors donc, You can tell I don't speak French that often anymore. But quand j'étais petit, bien sûr, je parlais français, beaucoup. Maintenant, c'est pas très souvent que je parle en français, mais quand je peux, j'essaye. Je veux blablabla. He did say, where did we get February from? Well, you said February, Dan. Come on. How do I find my forge in terms of holding temperature and max temperatures? Man, this thing gets hot. Like I was saying, 2 burners, we had 46 pounds of steel in here the other weekend, and we were melting steel. It was white, and that was running about 30 psi. And now, I went through some propane, that's for sure. I spent like, what, a third of a tank in a day to heat up 50 pounds of steel for the whole day. Yeah, so, you know, go through the propane if you're going to heat up 50 pounds of steel. But yeah, it was hot.
Just say the website, tell everyone where to go,
Course details. Are you ready? If you want to sign up to an Alec Steele blacksmithing course here in Norwich in the United Kingdom, go to www.alecsteeleblacksmith.com. I'm going to take a little bob punch. It's funny, I should remember how I make this stuff a little more. I guess that's what I did. Got to do a lot of relearning on this episode. I'm quite sure I found it a lot easier the first time I made this little designer bottle opener. First time I did it was at a show, demonstrating at some sort of county fair, something like that. And I only had one of my diambles, so I didn't have a horn, so I needed to... I wanted to play around and make a little bottle opener that didn't require a horn. I came up with something along these lines. No, I'm not originally from France. I'm actually originally from right here in Norwich. Right here in Norwich. So how did you guys like the English Damascus flag video?
Great British.
Great British. You can tell I'm French. I have an excuse. You want to go to show a little bit of this? This is a little slice. Oh. This is a little slice that just came off the chop saw here. Look at the beautiful temper colors from running it down the chop saw. And oh man, it is beautiful. I'm so pleased with how it came out. Really, really very, very pleased. It's a wonderful thing to try and work out how you're going to make a Damascus pattern. I mean, I'm very new to it, very, very much so. But try and work out how you're going to make a Damascus pattern and then to pull it off, satisfying. Because it's one of these incredible, man, this microphone cable. It's an incredible thing about Damascus is you really don't know what's happening until you throw that thing in the acid after you're done. And only then do you know. And it's there are a lot of processes where you learn as you go. Damascus making, man, you can only tally up and learn at the very end. You know, it's only at the very end where you're able to say, okay, here's what I need to do on the next one. I need to move that around there, hit it like this a little more, make sure I push it over this way before pushing it over that way, otherwise it's gonna go all wonky wonk. You know, like, and so this anticipation that builds up to you revealing the pattern, anticipation that builds up towards being able to learn something new to apply on the next billet. Very fun. It's a rewarding process because of that, because it takes a little more time, a little bit more effort to get the reward of a good pattern. Sorry about that, Sam. Did you move it just as I left? Oh no. Back, forth, back and forth. Yeah, I have made an axe. How much was the anvil? Why am I don't know why I've been hesitating, I know off the top of my head. 400 pounds. Dollars? $550? Oh, let's not even try that again. That was a terrible American accent. I think I was kind of going for like a Brooklyn accent. But that just sounded terrible. We'll go ahead and ignore that.
You should always think Alec was the alcoholic.
Yeah, you would indeed, wouldn't you? The anvil supposedly weighs 670 pounds according to the markings on the side, as I thought was wrong at the beginning of the video and then realized is probably correct. Bought it for 400 pounds, about 500 euros, $550 US. The steal of the century, I dare say. What an incredible price to buy such a beautiful, beautiful anvil. Beautiful, beautiful anvil. No, I mean, it's in stunning condition. Had a very good life. No, and I'm very proud to own it. I don't know why I'd be proud to own something. Seems like a little bit of a weird emotion to feel about owning an object, but whoa, oh buddy.
You've got a Peter Wright, haven't you?
Yeah, there's a Peter Wright right there. This might well be Peter Wright though. Man, I don't like that curve. I don't like that curve at all. Have I tried an Aussie accent? Well, I have tried an Aussie accent before. I was in Sydney, what, just a couple of months ago or so, right? Any opportunity, I'm terrible. I'm terrible at any opportunity.
When are hammers for sale?
When are hammers for sale? Oh, what a good question. Right. Hammer orders are opening January 7th at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're only going to accept 25 orders. 25. That means you're going to want to be there right about 8 a.m.
Can't buy multiples.
Yeah, no, we decided you can buy it's going to be 25 orders, which means that you can buy multiples, but only 25 orders, then it's done. You can buy, kind of defeats the purpose of keeping it limited, but you could buy 100 technically at one time. Kind of defeats the purpose, but you know. Hey, if you want to buy 100, that's fine. We'll make you 100 hammers. I wouldn't complain that much. I wouldn't complain that much. But we're going to keep it at 25 orders, which means like 25 folks are going to get to buy a hammer in January. And the hope is going to be to ship them off in early February. Hammer prices on the website. There are on the website. Just under hammers on the website, I believe. I think I have a tab called hammers. I think I made that. You can go ahead and start at about 155 pounds, Great British Pound Sterling. The pound is very weak right now, so when you buy one of those in dollars, you're getting a stunning deal. Stunning, stunning deal, especially compared to what it would have been, oh, just a year or so ago. Get ready, get ready. I'm going to hit the diagonals. Then, ooh, drop it over the edge. It's like my favorite part of blacksmithing. It always looks like a crazy thing to do. But it's always fun. Somebody asks if swinging a hammer is a good chest workout. You want to work on your pecs. Make yourself look big and strong. Well, here's the thing about blacksmithing, which I dare say, when I first discovered this, I was kind of bummed. I was annoyed. You always think that if you're going to swing a hammer all day, every day, you're going to get huge. That's actually wrong, because swinging a hammer every day trains just the few muscles that you need to swing a hammer, trains them to do it perfectly. And then they grow, but they're not very big muscles. They grow just a little bit stronger to be able to do what you need to do, and then you stop. And you still look like a skinny maggot like me. Though you can swing a 26-pound sledge, swing a 7-pound hand hammer all day, swing a 3.5-pound hand hammer. Like you'd think you'd get a little bit bigger and stronger, you don't. Basically what you do is you learn to use your body, spread the load over your whole body, and just the few muscles you need get nice and strong, but nothing else does, and certainly you don't at all get bulky. Which is not really a big deal. I don't really think I should be worried about that. Is my chest big? Apparently I have a big chest. Do you think I have a big chest, Sam?
Not as big as mine.
Oh, really? Not as big as yours, he says. I think you have an extra form of layering on yours, though, Sam.
Yes, muscle.
No, it wasn't the muscle I'm referring to, but we'll go ahead and... I'll keep from insulting you too much on the live show. How about that? I don't want him to end the stream. No! Oh, I just made you guys miss the best part. I might as well just show them it as it ends. as I roll that off. Am I setting fire to anything over there? No, we're all good. Oh yeah, I love that little rung scroll. Beautiful. Whoa! Whoa! Almost killed you there, Sam. Flying bottle opener. Okay, I'm going to take another heat and get some shapes into her, make her a little more ergonomical. Oh yeah, this guy, he's got the insult game on point. Apparently my chest is not as big as my arse. Thank you, very kind of you. Yes, you will stay skinny all your life, even if you're forging 3 hours a day, especially if you're forging 3 hours a day. Come on. There's 30 hours in the day. Forge all of them. There are 30 hours in a day, right? Sam?
What?
30 hours in a day? Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. And that's how I've been operating, so I guess, you know. You get a little bit of the old... Are you playing a video game on your phone over there, Sam? He's over there cross-legged staring at his phone. He's in here earlier waiting for his knife to etch. What was the game you're playing? Some sort of automobile racing game?
Yeah, almost racing. Almost racing automobiles.
I dare say it looked awfully dangerous. Looked like you're about to crash. Automobile racing game. Yeah, I do like playing with shapes like this. Oh, very enjoyable.
Someone asked the question, metric or imperial, but they put meteoric.
Meteoric or imperial. Well, there's no universal answer. Oh, how is the filter system working? Filter system is freaking amazing. Sam, you ground some wood today. What do you think of the filter system? And say it out loud.
Life-changing.
Life-changing. Oh yes. It probably added about 45 years onto my lifespan. So good. I had that filter running for 4 hours and it was already black. Terrible. Yeah, get yourself. I seriously, that should be one of the first purchases I think you get in the workshop. Any workshop where you're going to do any grinding, firstly, always wear a respirator when you're doing it. Not that I've always done that, but not that I will always do that in the future, but that I will certainly always endeavor to, and I will always beat myself up whenever I don't. What a beautiful little project-a-roo here. Sweet. Well, Riley, I hope you like this. If you don't, I'll keep it because I think that thing looks awesome. Always exciting to get a little more experimentative with what you're doing. And of course, Riley, I don't think it would be at all the same if I was not to put my vanity sticker in there. Oh, you all know what the vanity sticker is. Oh no, gravity, come on now. Give me a break. Nah, I'll be alright. I just wanted something to complain about. I dropped it on purpose, you know? Alright, let's see if I hurl this into my eye as I miss-hit. There we go. Oh, wonderful. Drop the brush too. Oh, did you see that? Oh, please tell me you saw that. Okay, you need to zoom out. You need to zoom out on this one. Oh, no, I got it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. I was over here, right? I'm over here with my punch. I was just intending to throw this at the table. I'm stood here, I throw it, and it does this. And I'm going to include sound effects too. It did that. I threw it into a pot. And I did it very nonchalantly. It was like, just like that, except it went into the pot. Beautiful. I'm not actually going to hold it. I'm just getting a rough idea of how it's going to feel. And the way that you want to go ahead and test the bottle opener. Da-da-da-da. The way that you want to test a bottle opener, see if it works, without actually having to crack a beer. How do I not have a knife on me? You just get in there with your... Well, what you're going to want to do... Now, since there's the paper on it, how do you... Sorry, guys. Why would they put paper on it? Okay. The way that you want to go ahead and test and see if it works is go ahead and grip on it like this, and if it holds it by the lip, you know that it's going to go ahead and open it, so you're good. So go ahead and take your bottle. Whoa. Don't slip with it. And if you can hold it, you're good. And it's going to be able to open a bottle. Give her a little Scottish tweak. Right, no, Irish tweak. Gonna be an Irish tweak. Great, she's good. Let's make something else. What shall I make, Sam? Do not say a Damascus hoof cutting knife. Well, I'm definitely going to put a piece of steel in the fire. I think it'd be ridiculous. A little bangle? That's not a very masculine thing. Like, 4% of my viewers are female. I don't really think I could give away a bangle. Then again, that means that 95% of my viewers might well have wives. I could make a bangle. I think I'm going to make a little leaf key fob. I think that'll be a fun thing to like give away on one of the next videos. Where to buy tongs? Go to Google and then type in buy blacksmithing tongs. It'll probably take you to like set. Oh, no. You can also go to off. No, that's not what I'm meaning to say. No. Quick and Dirty Tools makes tongs. My favorite commercially bought tongs are the Offset Products tongs when Grant Sava used to make them. I hear, now this was a while ago, they might have got the tooling down, but I hear they're not quite as good. I haven't got a clue. Remember, that is based on pure hearsay several years ago. So they might well be just as good now, but at least the OCP design I really like. They're nice and light. I like a light pair of tongs that I can also do a lot of gripping on. You know, with these I'll hold a 12-pound billet all the way down to a 1.75-pound billet. Super easy, just adjust them, move them around how I need to. Aside from that, you can also buy tongs from Steve Howell of Ballard Forge. He makes a very beautiful pair of tongs. These are a pair of Steve Howell. Steve, still playing your video games, Sam? Steve Howell of Ballard Forge makes these, and these are a wonderful pair of tongs. They're very stout pair of tongs. Unlike the OCPs, these you don't bend them very easily. Look at all that mass. Now they could have a little more mass in there to compensate for that, but these are very stout tongs, very nice to use. And what I like also on these particular pair of tongs, it's a very long gripping surface. It's very important. You want as long of a gripping surface as possible for the material you're going to hold. Right, are we ready, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to make a little leaf key fob. And grab myself a fuller. I'll probably take this. That might work. Maybe have a thicker one on hand just in case. Well, I did have a different fuller, but I think I threw it. I threw it into this pile, and I've lost it. Oh well, this will have to work. Maybe not, we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to be doing some two-sided tapers. You're going to want to zoom in on this bad boy right here. I'm going to be working fast on this bad boy. Okie dokie. So if you go ahead and switch to number 2, I'm going to be doing some two-sided tapers, some of the most important techniques there are. Bloody hell, there are a lot of comments. It's fantastic to have you all here. Nope, not going to make knuckle dusters. I like not being in jail. Thank you very much. As much as I think it's ludicrous. So, 30-degree angle of the steel, hit bisecting the angle on the end of the bar, makes a very steep, obtuse taper. Take a cube of material over the far edge of the anvil. Ah, itch your nose. I have an itchy nose. Then get back to it. Draw it out. Notice the heat being put back into the bar with each blow. Working at a fast pace with a reduced surface area of contact certainly does help that happen. Get back to the fast side. I'm going to go ahead and switch to the flat side of my hammer. Whoa, buddy. Square her up. That took a little more squaring than I'd like. Work back to the near side. Planish. Go to diagonal. Oh, go to the diagonal of an anvil here so my shoulders fit over it. And give it the old Scottish rounding. Now, are you part of the 60-second club? Sam, are they part of the 60-second club?
Well, no one's wearing badges.
Oh, buddy, you better be part of the 60-second club, I'm telling you. Oh, I'm telling you. Now, if you're not part of the 60-second club, and you want to win free stuff, now you gotta listen here closely. What you want to do is you want to go ahead and click on my channel. If you're on a phone, the video will keep playing if you do. Click on the channel, and you'll see in the top right there, if you're on your phone, they'll say subscribed if you're already subscribed. Now, to the left of that subscribed, what you're going to see is you're going to see a little bell. You want to hit that bell, and then say, yes, I do want to be notified every single time this person posts a video. And then what's going to happen? You can do this on a computer too. What's then going to happen, my friends, is I'm going to post a video. You're going to run over to that video as soon as you get the notifications. And if you like and comment on the video, in the first 60 seconds of it going live, you're going to be eligible to win some free stuff. Exciting. Now, what are the benefits of this for you? You win free stuff. Well, at least potentially. Ooh, what else? It means you get to see a great video as soon as it comes out. That's exciting. Ooh, what else? Come on now, the video, like that's no better sell than the video alone. Now the free stuff, you know, that's not necessarily that bad. What'll I be giving away? Who knows? Definitely going to be giving away this stuff. Will I be giving away larger stuff? I think so. I could see myself giving away a hammer before Christmas. Do you think I should give away a hammer, Sam? What do you think?
It's a me, maybe.
Sam, you've already got a damn hammer.
Why not?
Sam says, why not? That was extraordinarily enthusiastic.
What hammer would it be?
Ooh.
Should I go and choose one?
What hammer would it be? I think I've got a couple.
Should I go and choose one?
No, I want to choose them. No, I want to choose them. I don't know why I'm putting that back in the fire. I actually want to do the rest of the laying out here, cold. I think we might give away a hammer. Oh boy. Like if there was one way of any to get ahead of the January queue, that right there is it, my friends. Oh, maybe I'll give away a burner. You don't think give away a burner?
We can do if you want.
Sorry, I should say a burner kit. Now, have you just joined Have you turned on notifications? Let me know, go ahead and leave a comment if you just turned on the notifications. Have I ever made a sword? No, I've never made a sword, but I'd love to make a sword. I think it'd be a lot of fun, and I think it would be a wonderful step to take in the future to push my abilities and challenge my skill level further and further. Yeah, pretty much. We're going to try and ship some burners before Christmas. Not arriving before Christmas, but kind of arriving in the general vicinity of Christmas and the New Year. Has anybody received a hammer yet? They all went out on, was it Tuesday? I'm quite sure people in the US should be receiving them right about now. I'm just messing with you guys. I did not need to hit the anvil that many times. It just sounds so nice. Now when you make a leaf like this, a brine Brazil style leaf, now you can do something a little more to it, make it a little more exciting, you know? Got a little softwood block right here on the anvil, okay? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a ball punch, and you're gonna want a glove on your hand on this. It gets a little toasty. We take it out of the fire, we flip it, we put the leaf side face down into the wood so that we do not mar it in like a ball, in a ball swage. Face down on the wood, then we hit it from the backside with the ball punch. So I go ahead and give it the old Scottish whack from the back. I like to give the tip of the leaf a little upwards curl. There we go. And then come back to the near side of the anvil.
Right a bit.
Oh, did I crack it? I might have cracked it. We'll see. Throw it back in the forge. Love to do more collaborations. Somebody just asked me if I'm going to be continuing collaborations with other YouTubers like Cholsky, Green Beetle. I'd love to. It's a fantastic way to get the channel exposed to more people through them. It's also a lot of fun, and yeah, you know, get some mad views as a result. So if you joined from watching Cholsky's video, thank you very much. Yeah, I need to make some Damascus for Green Beetle again. I made some Damascus for Green Beetle at the beginning of October, sent it to him. Sends me an email a couple days ago saying, "Hey Alec, I love the Damascus, but it had a fault in it." No. He went to all the effort of making a knife from the Damascus that I sent him to make a video collaboration. Like, what an enormously kind gesture as is. And the friggin' Damascus I sent him had a crack running down it. Just appalling. If you're watching Green Beetle, I'm so sorry. So sorry. Oh, I wish I had not put that crack in there.
Is that leg point behind you for sale?
No.
No.
many comments, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. Oh, somebody wants a song. I need another hammer. Oh well. On a one-horse open sleigh. Hey!
Never do that again.
Jingle bells, jingle bells. What is it? Jingle bells, Batman smells. How does it go?
I don't know.
Shoot. Well, I should know, considering I'm playing Santa this year. Notice I even sported a beard just for it. See that? Nope. Nope, no, not happening. Not happening. Sorry, ladies and gents. Give it another decade.
Robin laid an egg.
Sorry?
Robin laid an egg.
Robin laid an egg.
What are you most proud of that you've made and why?
What am I most proud of that I've made? Well, here's the one. This is the problem about being human, right? Now, it's a problem, but it's also a beautiful thing because it's everything that's allowed us to become the incredible species that we are today. The problem with being human is we do great things, and then like a day later, we look at it and we're like, I could have done better. And so then you got to do another great thing. And then you look at it a day later and you're like, man, I really messed up that one spot. I could do better. You want me to flip it over?
Touch mark.
I cannot fit my touch mark in there. I do need to give it a wire brush though. So the problem with being human is you are constantly seeking for improvement. And that is a curse and a blessing. I believe it is more of a blessing than it is a curse. Because ultimately what's better, to stagnate, stay in the same place, content with your achievements as is, or constantly strive and desire to learn more, achieve more, do more, impact more? No, I definitely think that this particular human trait is a good one. Though it certainly sucks, because we would love to be able to constantly say to ourselves, what an exciting thing I've just made. I'm so thrilled to have made this. But the result is, you make it, in friggin' 5 minutes you've already told yourself that it looks like crap and you need to make a better one. Which is brilliant, you know, because that's what built the world that we have today. This brilliant human desire and striving to learn more, achieve more, impact more, build higher, build larger, build faster. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. It shapes the modern world. Made us who we are. But yeah, it sure sucks because I look at all the things that I had every right to be proud of that I've ever made, and I say to myself, yeah, you know, I guess in context it was pretty good, but I sure could have done better. Hey, no, I don't beat myself up about it. You know, again, like, I refer to it in context. In context. Brilliant, you know, I did a great job, say. But you know, you gotta use that human desire for more, for seeking more, for achieving more, you know, and put the positive spin on it, which is that, you know, you're only going to improve by having that desire, by having that ambition to achieve more, do more, impact more, forge cleaner, forge closer, forge faster. Somebody just asked me to twerk. There are my limits. I will sing Jingle Bells, Batman Smells. I'll do my little groovy dance. I will not twerk. Live on air. A millionaire, how do you pronounce that? Millionaire? I don't know. Molnir pendant. I actually think that's a pretty great idea. I might make one of those. Make a little pendant right about now here. I think I'm gonna make a little pendant right about now. What do you think? I think that seems like a great idea. I don't think I've ever made one. However, I saw Jake Farr make some, and I think I'm gonna try and copy him. They say that a copier is the best complimenter. So I dare say I like to compliment a lot of people because I'm very good at copying things. Now, Glenn said, in his opinion, the best thing that I've ever made has been the Fairbairn Sykes knife. Now, when the question came up as to what was the thing that I was most proud of, the Fairbairn Sykes knife was up there. That was up at the top of the list. However, in context, my second self-completed knife. Okay, in context of that being my second 100% self-completed knife, I'm very pleased with that. You know, I'd done other knives here and there, you know, with students. You know, they'd say, hey, I want to make a knife. I'd say, hey, I'm not a bladesmith. I have no clue how to make knives, but I have a general metalworking experience that should help us get there. And I'd get there with the student. But in the context of it being my second self-completed knife, that Fairbairn Sykes, yes, it was amazing. But, golly, so many more things to improve on it. So many more things to improve on it that I could have done on the next one. And that's just the exciting thing. That's the wonderful, wonderful thing. Constantly seek for improvement. Constantly strive for perfection. Oh, buddy, but you'll never reach it. And that's why it's such a noble pursuit. So since I don't have a spring tool right here, what I'm trying to go ahead and do is I'm working up with the edge. Ah, no. Talk about messing up. Working up there with the edge of my hammer to create some sort of an edge-on-edge blow so my vise has something to grip on. And I can't screw the pooch there. Let's see if I can make a little clean and next heat.
Just get the
Yo. Chopper. The cleaver. So here's what we're doing with the British flag Damascus, this cleaver. And I dare say, and you know what I was talking about here? So easy to settle. So easy to settle for something that's second best. Well, on this one, I do not want to settle. I want to take my time. I want to make this an incredible work. It's got the British flag running here, and I'm just so excited to reveal the pattern and hopefully do it justice. And I'm excited. And then cut a 2x4 with it. It's like, the story behind me wanting to make this, I made a chopper last week, right? And I'm like, wow, this is so much fun. And, you know, I went to the 2x4 and it was pretty fun. Made some chips. Didn't really get through it very fast. Then I saw Liam freaking Hoffman post a video on his Instagram where he takes the cleaver he just made, he goes through a 2x4 in like 8 blows. And I'm like, okay, I'm making a cleaver. I want something that does that. So, you know, this is like thick as can be here on the spine. Pretty weighty, the billet. Oh, it's exciting. You'll when you see the video will go live tomorrow where I forge it to that stage. But when that's finished, it's going to be something. I want it to be even a step above the Fairbairn Sykes knife. And it must be. Everything must always be a step above. Ugly dugly. Well, I wasn't quite edge on edge, but plenty enough there for me to go ahead and get in there with the vise. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just pull this vise right around here, Sam, so you'll just be able to pan around. Oh, great. No, it's staked in. I can't do that. Sorry, Sam.
That side.
If I'm here, can you do...
Yeah, if you go from that side.
Sorry?
If you go from that side, you work from that side, I can see it.
Can you see it if I'm here?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, great. Great. Taylor Williams wants me to lick my hammer and twerk. Taylor, don't leave stupid comments. I had to call you out on it, dude. Come on now. I'm not going to let you just get away with leaving a ridiculous comment and not getting your name published all over the internet. Ugly duckly. So I'm going to run over to this vise. Ooh. Kind of restricted here. I hope you're not getting a somewhat indecent view there, Sam. Okay, give me the old Scottish clamp. Start upsetting it. Pull her out. Ooh. There we go. Oh, might have not taken enough material. We'll see on the next heat of the Alec Steele live show. Right, are you part of the 60-second club? Come on now, if you've just joined me and you're not part of the 60-second club. Ooh, buddy, what are you missing out on? On today's episode, we're making fun little trinkets. And they're not just fun little trinkets. They are Christmas gifts, ladies and gentlemen. Christmas gifts for my wonderful participants of the 60-second club. What does this mean? Well, it means if you head to my channel, you click the little bell right there, just by subscribe. If you're on your phone right now, you can do it without the video even stopping. Head to the channel, click Alec Steele, head to the channel, hit the little bell, and you'll get notifications. And now when I post a video, to be eligible to win prizes, fun things, what I need you to do, and here's a competition, it won't be selected at random. The best comment I will pick. I'm going to give you a gift. Bottle openers, leaf key fobs, Molyneux, how do you say it? Molyneux? Molyneux, I don't know. Molyneux hammer pendants, hammers, slices of Damascus, who knows? You're going to be in the chance, in the runnings of winning these things if you drop a like and comment within the first 60 seconds of a video going live. So definitely go and do that. Hit the notifications. I got so distracted last heat, I didn't do what I should have done. I need to go back to the anvil in this heat and not forget that. Everybody wants a slice. I do use the round side of my hammer on punches. I like to strike tooling with the round side of the hammer for a couple of reasons. You're not going to be able to get to sleep if you have that, Sam. Sam, don't have a Red Bull. It's frickin' 30 past nothing. He's going to be awake until 5 o'clock this morning. It's 30 past midnight and he's having a Red Bull. I feel sorry for your kids tomorrow. They're going to have a crazy hyper father. You're just gonna be, you're gonna be all right, let's go play baseball. And your 1-year-old is gonna be like, huh? Fire truck. Sorry?
I was just laughing at the fire truck.
I mean, it's pretty accurate, right? Was that a good guess? Is that all he says? Oh, it's tractors. John Deere?
It just says tractors.
It's a tractor. Now, what is so special about the Jelly Roll Damascus? Everybody is always asking me to make Jelly Roll Damascus. What's so special about it? I frickin' made Damascus with the US flag on it. I made Damascus with the UK flag. People want to see Damascus doing this? Come on, guys, let's get creative with this stuff. Now, Canadian flag, very creative. I'm just gonna need a little more experience to work out how to put it together. Japanese flag, very creative, but might, I mean, it's possible, really. It just means you've got to mill it back to square. So, you know, I'll leave that like that. I'm going to run over to the Vice again if you want to go ahead and pan that camera, Sam. I think that Red Bull high needs to kick in. Oh, almost forgot my hammer. Oh, almost hurt my knee. Beautiful. There we go. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Ta-da. Couple more little tweaky bits on that. A lot of people are asking to buy pieces of the Damascus. And that's very kind of you to ask. I'm very pleased that people are interested in it. I should add that, man, like, that Damascus is expensive in terms of what I would sell a piece for. Very expensive. Bear that in mind the next time you ask. Put it in perspective. Loads of you have asked to buy a slice. One person has actually bought a slice. Let's put that into perspective. And that's a 1/4 inch slice. One person. Let's put that into perspective. These pieces of Damascus I'm making are the only pieces there are that you can get a slice of, you know? There's an associated cost with that. It also takes me an extraordinary amount of time. I was in the workshop until 3:30 this morning making the UK flag. I'm very sorry to say, but I'm not going to put that effort in for, naturally, money. Money, money, money. Or making fun stuff and making cool videos. Alright, I'm going to run over the Vice again, Sam. Sorry to be a nuisance. You're getting the workout, though. Cancel your gym membership.
You won't be happy.
Sorry?
So you won't be happy.
Who? Fitness instructor?
Oh, Jim.
Oh, Jim. That's a good one. I've never heard that before. I never heard that before. Jim. Hello, Jason Schofield. On today's show, we're making all sorts of fun little trinkets and projects as Christmas gifts for the 60-second club participants in the Christmas prizes. which you should definitely be a part of. Turn on notifications. And like and comment a video within 60 seconds of it going live. I'll be giving away free stuff. All sorts of free stuff, I might add. Anything from the bottle openers we made tonight, pendants we've made tonight. Oh, maybe even hammers, maybe slices of Damascus. Now, slice of Damascus, that there is like gold prize. Gold prize is a slice of Damascus. As I was explaining, I will not sell a slice of Damascus for an insubstantial amount of money. So if you win a slice of Damascus, count yourself a very, very lucky man or woman. You know, I dare say, you know, with all due respect to my female audience, there are like 3 of you watching. So I don't know why I'm addressing people as ladies and gentlemen when it's such a disproportionate demographic. So disproportionate. When the demographics are so disproportionate. I keep saying I need to read more books. I need to get better at this stuff. If I didn't finish explaining a question, keep asking. Keep asking, keep asking. I keep telling you guys, if I don't answer an email, if I don't finish a question, keep asking. Sam, you are getting quite the workout today.
Like 2.5 pints, or 1.5 ish.
How about 1 and like a 20th? And I drew out the billet.
I got a pizza.
Oh, well, very important actually. Hello, Mrs. Roach. We have 1 female viewer. Welcome.
Riley's just come back from my sheet.
Oh, Riley, we made you a bottle opener, dude. This thing's crazy. Look at that. Let's go to number 2. Ta-da! It's like a crazy insect. I like it. I'm very fond of that. So I hope you enjoy that, Riley. Drinking your Coca-Colas. What sort of a little pendant shall I do on that little doohickey? I'm going to come over here to the horn. I dare say there's nothing quite as enjoyable and exciting as experimenting with new things. I really strongly encourage you to try just messing around in the workshop, you know, like I'm not really very fond of that little design right there. I think I need to do something else to it. Back to the drawing board. Does using the round die on hand punches work the same as using it for cutting steel, and why? Thank you so much for asking that question, Elijah. That's a fantastic question. I really appreciate you reiterating the question. So, when you drop a flat surface on a flat surface, you can almost never make it hit perfectly flat. This is what happens. Just wait for this to just not work. See that? Hammer goes off in all directions. That's because it's very difficult to aim flat perfectly on the flat. Now, if you take your round die and you hit it, it just bounces straight up and down. You can tilt your round die, you can hit it again. And that thing pretty much just keeps going straight up and down. Wherever on the round die you hit it, it goes straight up and down. Now, what is the benefit for this when you're striking tooling? It is that when you're striking your tooling, and you take your flat and you hit just an ever so off angle, you don't like that. So you take your round, when you hit it an ever so off angle, comes off straight, you don't have to worry about it. That's why on all of my sledges now, I do not have a flat face. I only have semi-round faces, and I'm very fond of that. The flat face is largely useless in the blacksmith shop. I'm quite convinced of that. Let's see what interesting aesthetics we can get. Very interesting. Now I wonder how I can continue that rustic style up into the head. I don't know. This might not very go well. We'll see. Just play around. Oh, nothing quite like playing around. And of course, lady and gentlemen, the obligatory little touch marker-rooney. Throw a little touch marker-rooney in there. And now I'm going to make it into some sort of pendant somehow.
Alec, can you say the words, I am not making a Viking Tomahawk hybrid for sale?
Who says that?
Someone keeps asking you how much to make one, and I keep answering them, you're not going to make one for sale.
Yeah, I'm not a hybrid Viking Tomahawk.
A Viking Tomahawk hybrid, how much to make one? I keep saying they're not for sale.
I don't know what a Viking hybrid Tomahawk is. But yeah, I'm not taking custom orders right now. Sorry. Apologies. Busy making the old YouTubes. Oh, I dare say the old Scottish YouTubes. Oh, he got another one in. Sam hates it. Oh, brilliant. I think I'll probably just do this instead. Somebody asked about a video on hammer making tongs. Well, here's the exciting thing. So, I have an online course where you can see how to make hammer making tongs. All that info's there. But if you come to St. Catharines, Ontario, just a 30-minute little bus ride from Buffalo, upstate New York, if you go there mid-February for the Evolution of Toolmaking seminar I'm going to be delivering, when you sign up you get free access to my $299 value online course, which you can study before the class to get up to date with all the techniques that we're going to be covering, so that you, when you arrive, get the best head start possible on the curriculum that I just truly adore. Truly, truly adore. So, come to St. Catharines, Ontario. Who on earth is calling me at 50 past... Okay, I'm going to answer this. Let's see who's calling me at 50 past nothing in the morning. Hello, this is Alec Steele. Sorry? You want me to mention somebody on a video? Okay. On the 5th of May. And I'm meant to remember this? No, I will. I'd love to. But please, my memory isn't good enough for that. I can hardly remember what I'm doing tomorrow. So if you want me to shout somebody out, I mean, yeah, I'll do it, but like, let me know a little closer to the time. Another thing, are you aware that we're live on air right now? Well, great. Well, you're on the live show. Would you like to say hello to everybody? Do you have a particular message that you would like to leave for the audience? You don't have any messages? Do you want to... Stay in school? What? That is a ridiculous message. Come on now, you've got a better message than that. Oh. Okay. Can I make the message up? Okay. Well, thank you very much for calling. Give me a call a little closer to the 5th of May, and I would love to do a shout out. Bye. Okay, so he adamantly said, do not stay in school, leave school, and I totally agree. Totally agree. Oh, goodness. Why? Taylor Williams. The one that commented all that flat's working. That's who. Taylor Williams. Taylor Williams. Don't tell people to stay in school. That's rude. Now, if you want to call me in a live show, I mean, you know, that's one thing.
But don't do it when you're on YouTube. We've got ways of finding out your phone number.
Sam here, he actually works for the CIA, you see. Look at this. Like, this is CIA headgear he's wearing right now. Let's go ahead and just press the number 2 button there, Sam. That's CIA level stuff. Taylor, thank you very much for... Oh, he works at Hollister. Are you one of the topless models, Taylor? One of those guys that gets paid to stand outside? What?
I said, there's Taylor's phone.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right, I said mine online.
Sam, so here's the story. Sam ordered a pizza one day. Apologies, I didn't actually mean to, I didn't realize the phone number was there. That's stepping the bounds of funny. What I'll try and do is once this is live, I will run back through the video and edit that out. I do apologize for that. I don't want people to see the phone number. Like, you know, one thing is seeing a Facebook profile picture and your name and seeing that you work at Hollister as a topless model. Another thing is like actually seeing your phone number. That's a step too far. I'll edit that out of the video. I do promise that. What is the timestamp on the video right now? 2:15. Okay. I'll make sure to edit that out. No, I do apologize for that. I didn't mean to. He sent me an email 6 minutes ago. Taylor, asking for me to do the shout out. That's a more appropriate way of communicating than like a call on a live show, just in case anybody else was considering. Now, what I'd love to actually do is, you know, get a call-in feature. You can call in and ask a question live on air. I think that'd be fantastic. One of the problems is you guys are pretty much all watching from the US.
How did you make your touch mark?
I filed it. My touch mark is the simplest touch mark you've ever seen. It is just an S. Come on now, you file it. You take a chainsaw file, right? You take a chainsaw. Sorry, I'm gonna see if that will focus a little better like this.
Leave it there, leave it there.
I took a chainsaw file, right? And I filed in there, and in there, and then I ground the rest. My touch mark is like the most basic touch mark in the world. Honestly, there are ways that you can just about bodge together a touch mark. My best recommendation, pay the $100, pay somebody to make a touch mark for you, CNC mill that bad boy out. Oh, it will be worth it. You'll get a beautiful touch mark made to whatever design you choose, and that'll be 10 times better than messing around, fidgeting about, trying to make your own. I don't quite like that. It's not a form that I'm liking, so I'm now going to see what I can do to fix that. I'm not very fond of this little Molyneux pendant, which I shouldn't say, considering the idea is I'm going to give that as a gift to somebody. Maybe I'll be able to fix it. Like, this is the hope. Oh, it is always the hope, the dream, and the aim. Horn is too big. Wait, I think he did say in his comment that he is a topless model at Hollister. That's hilarious. Because he said yes. So maybe that was what he was referring to. I'll have to look back through that later. I'm tired. What time is it?
1.
Right, I need to finish this thing. I need to find something better than that. There's got to be a better solution. I'm not very fond of that. I mean, it's not very round right about now. Nope. Her. Go, you silly Billy. That's your problem. Maybe. We'll see. This is the great thing, which is annoying for me, but hopefully great for you. The amount of mistakes I make. Or, you know, just live on air looking at my phone. Sorry, I'm tired. I need to finish this and go and sleep. Oh no. Oh, I don't like that. Okay. I'm gonna cut it off, then I'm gonna flatten it and create a spot to drill a little hole. See if that works any better. See if that works any better. See attempt number 2. Am I the first blacksmith in my family? Now, interestingly enough, sorry? Oh, phone charger. 1, 2, 3, up. Interestingly enough, first blacksmith in terms of like relatives who are alive. However, my great-grandfather on my French side was a blacksmith. He, well, a blacksmith, farrier, handyman, all these things. He, in fact, shod horses and oxen in the Second World War in France. And I have these shoeing tools that he used in the Second World War. And they're at home, and I treasure them very, very greatly. And I have his anvil here in my workshop. Again, an item that I treasure very dearly. And the ironic thing is, you'd assume that that would be the side of the family where I might get my wonderful last name from. I mean, come on. Last names don't come any better than that. Steele. But it wasn't. Right. It was not that side of the family where the name Steele comes from. Naturally, Steele is not a French name. Oakley dokley. I just got it locked in the vise over there. It's probably not worth paying across. I'm just going to rasp off a little bit of a rough edge. Take a rasp. There we go. 4 strokes, all I needed. Let's see if we can find solution number 2 for the little Molyneux whatchamawhat's-it pendant. Conspiracy theory leak right here, live on the Alec Steele Show.
Fortune fire is fake.
Live on the Alec Steele Show, we've got a leaked document right here. Somebody has left a comment insinuating that Fortune Fire is fake and it is scripted. And any of you that are, it's funny, you know. Anybody take the reference? That'd be great. That'd be very funny if you did actually get the reference. A little bit of a growly voice. Apparently somebody thinks that Forged in Fire is fake and scripted. I know several people that have been on Forged in Fire. It's not fake. It's not scripted. It might be very tactfully edited, just like all TV. Okay. Yeah, but I do not think that it is scripted. Interestingly enough, did you hear that Adobe released a software that well, I mean, how much listening do they need to do? I think they need to hear you talk for like 20 minutes, and they can make you say anything, and it sounds just like you're saying it. It's incredible. I saw this presentation where they did, and yeah, they just typed in. They type in the words, and it assembles it from this 20 minutes of verbiage into perfect sounding voice. That's the way the future's going, ladies and gents. Who knows who you can trust? Oakley, schmokely, dokley, bokley. So I tried to go with a little bit of a rough aesthetic there. I think the more I try and attempt rough aesthetics, well, rough aesthetics is always the excuse you use when you can't get the clean aesthetic, and I think that's the problem. If one was to set out and do a rough aesthetic initially, that might be different. So what this would do is you just drill a little hole to accept a little ring for the old pendant there, and there we go. So there'll be some more stuff that we give away. Where's that first bottle opener I made? Oh well, I don't know where I put the first bottle opener. But be sure to tune into tomorrow's video where I take this cleaver, which has the United Kingdom flag on it. I take said cleaver, right? I take some flag, and I take some more Damascus, and I make the cleaver, and it's great. It's going to be an amazing video. They're all amazing videos, so I don't even know why it's worth saying. It's going to be an amazing video. You're going to enjoy watching it. And once I finish this thing, you know, like I keep saying, everything you do, hopefully, is a step up from the former, and I can't wait to see how this turns out, because that's the aim, the dream, and the goal there. Guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this episode. Remember to join the 60-second club and win free forged gifts. Anything from little trinkets like we did on the little show today, to hammers and maybe even Damascus. Maybe. Who knows? But certainly join the 60-second club by turning on notifications on my channel. And of course, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. I make videos every single day, and I do a live show once a week, and it's kind of the best blacksmithing channel on YouTube, if I may say so myself. And I have every right to say it, because I put more work in than anybody else. Thank you very much for watching. Sam, thank you so much for helping out with the show. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow on tomorrow's episode of Daily Steel. It's going to be like 121. Have a fantastic day. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.